What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is the channel where I give my nerd reviews on today's nerd news. Also give reviews on TV shows. And today's TV show, as you can see in the title that I'm giving a review on, is Season 2, Episode 12, For the Gifted, titled hoMe. Now, I was trying to figure out what this hoMe title kind of mean, because usually these titles sort of mean a certain thing, and I think I kind of figured it out, meaning to bring Lauren back home, to bring Lauren over to the inner circle, or bring Andy back to them, which is usually the main thing of this. But I'm gonna give a really quick recap of what happened last episode. Lauren found a little compartment in the music box where it talked, her ancestor, great grandparent, wrote what they were going through in the past, whatever. So she starts training, developing her powers, which already, like I called it, where it's like little discs. She's training with that. Meanwhile, you got Reeva, who's expanding inner circle and bringing in some really bad people, which Lorna isn't really feeling, because these people are the ones that actually were responsible for a cruise liner or thousands of people dying. So she goes to involve Marcos and asks him for help, so he can go to the so he can go back to the underground, and the underground goes to the Morlocks to get information for them about what the inner circle is trying to do. So while that's going on, you've got Jace going with Ted with the Purifiers to go into the homeless shelter to find mutants. While that's happening, by mistake, Ted shoots one of the kids, and Jace covers for him when the police comes to ask them questions. Going back, you've got them going to the Morlocks, them giving the information, then with jumping back over, because this show does all this back and forth. You got Lauren and the family, Reed and Kate. Police somehow show up to their house. She makes a diversion, diverts the police away from there. Luckily they're safe. You've got Jace meets up with the Ryan guy and talks about them because of them taking credit and blowing up the whole fact that one of these mutants supposedly were dangerous. So they're feeling good about that. And later, pretty much at the end, Lorna goes to the landlord, who she suspects called the police, threatens him, shows her powers with the disc. He gets afraid, she threatens him, says don't say nothing else, and then at the end, the episode ends with Lorna and Marcos seeing Reeva with Ryan doing God knows what. So that's pretty much a quick rundown of that. So this episode, it starts off with Blink 14 years ago with her adopted sister and adopted family. And apparently the father of the adopted family, he's very abusive, and they basically make a run for it because he's trying to get himself in there. She makes a portal because she says she mastered it. They get through to get out, get far away. Jumping back to present time, you've got Lorna still with Marcos, looking and trying to figure out what's going on with Reeva, because Reeva, like, she shouldn't be working with Ryan. Ryan is the number one hater of mutants, and she is the number one, supposedly in her head, of mutant rights. So why is she working with this guy that's broadcasting all this hatred and with them? So they're trying to figure that out. Then they go back to the underground, which is not even a lot of people, with the Blink, Marcos and all of them, Reed, Kate, Lauren, and they basically explain what happened, what they saw, and they figured they gotta figure out find out some more. Kate is like, yo, we gotta go and find out what's going on here. So she says she figures out she's gonna go and ask her brother. So Lauren decides that she's gonna go with her mother, Kate, to go ask the brother, because apparently he works for a law firm that works with the whole like the government and all this whatnot. It's getting confusing. Mind you, I'm gonna just tell you right this. At some point in the episode, Kate is doing some pull-ups and she's getting it in. So apparently she does 25 straight. Now, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't look like she's in shape, but damn, I kind of want to see what's underneath all this layers of clothes. I want to see if she's got some abs, six packs or something, because 25 straight, that ain't nothing to be blown off. And she was like, oh, I wasn't even counting. Wasn't even counting. Sure as hell, that 25th one, that's usually how it is. But that being put aside, Lorna, she goes back to the group of people, and she finds out that there's gonna be something big going down. So because it's happening. They're training. They're going even more intense. So she knows something's going down. So she's basically trying to be like an inside spy for the underground. You've got Lauren. I keep saying Lauren and Lorna. Lauren, yeah, I was right. Lauren, she goes into a dream and she's with her brother. And this time, she's been training, remember? Because remember that last time, he just straight up knocked her back and then she couldn't do nothing about it. This time, she came prepared. And he was like, all right, come at me. And she was like, all right, I will. Because she told him, like, you're on the wrong side. You need to come back to this. He's like, no. So she starts throwing her discs, which I'm like, wait a second. Those things cut a lot of shit. Like I understand you're trying to show your power, but those things, if he doesn't block it, it slices him. And does he get chopped and killed in his dream? Because that's what it seemed like. So I was like, that's a little too aggressive. These new abilities you've got, they might be a little too harsh to be thrown at your brother. Granted, she supposedly can stop him whenever she wants, I think. So maybe she would just stop it right when it gets to him, but the way she was throwing him, I did not think she was trying to stop. I think she was really trying to push him. So he was blocking. He blocked like 3 of them. By the 3rd or 4th one, he gets blown back, wakes up, bloody nose, everything. And then he's like, the Frost sisters, they come in, they're like, yo, what's going on? He's like, I've been having dreams with my sister. And they were like, how long has this been happening? He's a couple months. And she was like, yo, why didn't you tell us? He was like, because, I'm trying to do it. This is the first time it's ever got to this level. We've never fought. I just see her. So they're like, oh, we need to figure this out. So jumping back to the daughter and the mother, they go and they see the brother. And they catch him off, because he goes to church all the time. And the mother dyes her hair. And they go question him and ask him. And they ask him for a favor, like, yo, could you go and, investigate with your law firm to see if this government thing. And I'm like, okay, you're putting your brother in this horrible situation. They've got to still. You think they're gonna stop following him or monitoring everything because supposedly you're dead? Maybe, but once you start asking again, this gonna bring suspicion. And the mother seems on this intent, like she doesn't think about anybody else other than like, oh, because she's trying to do good for her family, and that's good and all. But when your family is so, like, her immediate family, like, I don't think how she would think her brother wouldn't be in danger by doing this. You think he's gonna get a slap on the wrist? No, he's gonna go to jail. He's gonna lose everything. He probably almost lost everything before, and now you're gonna try and do this again? I think it's very stupid. Granted, you're trying to grasp some straws. They got a little bit of information, but they didn't really get too much for what they're asking them to do. So, anyways, they go that. Jumping back to Marcos, John, Blink, they had the meeting with Evangeline, who's in charge of the underground, who has a clause and fire breath or whatever, and she's like, yo, get the Morlocks because Erg owes me a favor, he'll come. So they're like, okay, so they're going to meet up with Erg. Erg's like, yo, I'm going. He ain't saying nothing, he's being real quiet or whatever. They're going to drive, and while they're driving, they were like, yo, she said she saved your life. He was like, that's what she told you? In a way. He was like, what happened? So he's like, before I started the underground with Evangeline. Yes, we started it together. And while we're going and doing that, we were betrayed by humans, and like we were caught off guard, and then a bunch of us were massacred, and I tried to help them. She pulled me in, dragged me away, and that's pretty much how she saved my life. And she's still figuring that she can use humans as his like allies. But I went into the underground, like the deep underground, because we can only look out for ourselves. So that's why and the reason why he's helping them is because apparently she threatened to expose all the underground tunnels where the Morlocks, live and go through. So that's the only reason why he's going to help. On the way there, Lorna, she's asking questions and finds out, like, she gets a little thing. She's asking one of the guys that with the group, she's trying to, like, put on the girl charm, and he slips up and says they're gonna go slay a dragon. And she calls them and says they're going to kill Evangeline because she has claws and she breathes fire or whatever. So that's probably what they were talking about. So they're rushing to get there. By the time they get there, too late. The whole place is on fire. The whole place is on fire, blown up. And then John just going crazy, proud star. He's like, yo, let's go down there. And they're all trying, like, stop. Like, they've already, the place is swarmed people. You see, they're already bringing out body bags. There ain't nothing we can do. He was like, I still gotta go down there. And then he's trying to say, and then Erg is like, yo, all right, let's go. He was like, oh, you coward. He was like, I'm not a coward. There's no point of it. I was here. I'm looking out for my people. There's nothing else we can do here. So John goes and punches him. Erg takes that thing and then shoots an IV, bam, right in the chest. Sends John or what's it, that Thunderbird or whatever, sends him flying. Proudstar sends him flying because he didn't realize he was gonna get back. Apparently, Erg takes whatever he gets back, he shoots back out the same force or whatever through his eye, which I think Bishop takes it and doubles it. So I don't know if Erg's is a little bit like that, because if you can hit me once and I hit you twice as hard, I think that's a lot more better than just giving whatever you give to me and I give it to you. But anyways, maybe he could charge it up. If you hit him a couple times, he could have charged it up and do all that force at once. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know, I'm just thinking about as far as how his powers work. And then even, what's his name, Captain Lightbright jumps in there and about to shoot him with a beam, and I'm like, okay, come on, please shoot him with one of your light beams. Like, please give him that Indian burn or something like that. I want to see what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That would probably be a better thing, because his little Indian burn is kind of like concentrated, so I don't know if that would actually hurt him. Maybe it might, maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. But so Blink goes and she goes off and talks to him. Meanwhile, you got Lauren and her mom talking to the brother. The brother said he's going to call him. Apparently, he got wired because they already figured something was going on. And he exposes it. He tells him like, "Yo, they had me to do it." And then she's like, "I can't believe it." He was like, "I can't believe me. You put me in this situation. I'm warning you now." Which he's gonna get screwed by doing it. So just be appreciative. So he warns him, tells him that this thing goes deep or whatever. And then that's when the mutant whatever, the police whatever, starts showing up. And then that's when your girl Lauren starts letting loose, starts throwing blades everywhere. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, is she trying to kill them? No, she's not trying to kill them. But literally, these blades go through anything. So I think she would kill a bunch of people if she was legit trying to. Like, she was taking out tires, cutting off doors, and just chopping like top of roofs of like little hatches. I'm like, yo, she's really murking these dudes. And then she puts up her shield. The mom shoots with a gun. I'm like, damn, like the gun she took from Andy and them when they went to the little spot. So they drive around, get away, and the brother's left to suffer because he ain't gonna get away with a little slap on the wrist. So I kind of feel bad for him. I don't know if they're gonna show what happened to him, but I definitely feel bad for him because that ain't gonna end out good for him. So when they go back to the Proudstar and them, and that's when you've got Blink talking to him and telling him that, you know what, just because you're strong, whatever, you're just going in after these fights. And she explains to him that she had a best friend who, like, they got away, but she wanted to. She knew the father, whatever, was stronger, bigger, and she had no chance, but she was gonna stand up to him. Because of that, she died. She got choked, thrown down, hit her head on the table, and broke her neck. And she doesn't want to stand for that, and she's not gonna stand and see this again because Proudstar, he ran in there before and tried to save everyone, and that's how he got himself caught by the Purifiers. And he doesn't understand to think out these plans. He just wants to go right in there, and she can't stand for that anymore. So therefore, she can't be with him. So she leaves him, goes with Erg to the underground with the Morlocks, and that's where this left off with there. It's called Lorna meets up with Marcos. She's crying because Marcos explains to her that yes, Evangeline, she's dead, or she probably is dead because they got there too late, and she's sorry she's gone. And she said I hated the bitch, but you know what? I still respect her. She did save my life, and she's just started crying tears. She goes back to the base, and then you got Andy with the Frost sisters deciding that they're gonna go and take him to sleep because he asked Lorna what she should do, what she would do, and she was like, no, I wouldn't let them get in my head. I know Marcus wouldn't want to come, so I'm not gonna force him. So that's what I do. And like one of the Frost sisters, I forget what is the name of the one, she told her to stay out of the business. It ain't hers. So they're going to work with Andy. When she goes to sleep, they're gonna go and probably try and take control of Lorna and try and get her to come over to them with the inner circle. But you know what? Like, if she doesn't play ball, so Reeva's gonna be like, so I don't think that's a good idea. But who knows what's gonna happen with that? All I know is the next episode definitely looks action packed. Definitely looking forward to it. And that's pretty much it. Other than the small little detail of the father finding a little music box and opening it and finding out what the Lauren's been working on. and having this little spat and having flashbacks of when he was a kid. But that's just a little minor. That ain't nothing too much. But that was pretty much a big chunk of it. Evangeline's supposedly dead, but you know how it is in comic books. If you don't see the body, they're not technically dead. You know, so she might pop up later. That I'm kind of calling that she wasn't probably killed. You know, so got that. Lorna's back with the inner circle, but she doesn't want to be there. The mom and the daughter didn't really get too much information that's really useful, but they know that something's going on with Reeva and Ryan, so you know who's going on that. Chase wasn't really in an episode. Proudstar's by himself. You know, Captain Lightbright, he's doing his own thing, and Blink is on the underground with the Morlocks. So that's pretty much it for the review. I liked the episode. I found it very entertaining, like I usually do. The Gifted is usually one of those regularly good shows that I like and I enjoy. Not too many times there was bad episodes. Thank God, because I hate watching shows where you're just dragging through and you're like, oh my God, we'll just get better, Smallville, But that's pretty much it. If you liked my review, remember to put those notifications on. Remember to like this video, subscribe, check out my last review, check out my playlist of these reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sub Urban Nerd. You've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next review.